Hey, what's up, viewers? Patrick from Ball vs. Only back with another YouTube video. In this episode number 7 of Time Week on Ball versus of the Day. And today's verse comes out of 1 John 2, verse 17, and it says, "The world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever." And that's what that verse means. And let's get into it. So we're going to start talking about thoughts in the mind. Romans 12 verse 2 says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." Philippians 4 verse 8 says, "Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things." Isaiah 26:3 says, "You keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you." 2 Timothy 1 verse 7 says, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." Proverbs 4:23 says, "Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flows the springs of life." James 1 verse 8 says, "He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways." 2 Corinthians 10 verse 5 says, "We destroy arguments and every lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive to obey Christ." Romans 7 verse 23 says, "But I see in my members another law waging war against the law of my mind, and making me captive to the law of sin that dwells in my members." And finally, Philippians 2 verse 5 says, "Have this mind among yourselves, which is yours in Christ Jesus." And finally, in Matthew 21 verse 22 it says, "And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith." And the verse to leave you with today is Revelation 7 verses 9 through 10, and it says, "After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands. And they cried out in a loud voice, 'Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb.'" And that's going to do for the video. Thanks for watching. And until next time, again, viewers, in every way, God's way is always the best way.